Okay, good evening, everybody. It's Monday, July 28th, 2025 at 6 p.m. I'll call to order the Freetown Board of Select meeting. This meeting will be is being recorded and will be available on the town's YouTube page. I'll just jump right into it. Agenda item 1. This is a discussion review of the special town meeting articles for tonight's special town meeting, which is after this meeting, which is 7/28/2025. We only have 3 agenda items for the special town meeting. It's the fund purchase of land for the land we'd like to purchase related to potentially build COA, library, someday town hall, lots of opportunity there. And then the Article 2 is for the engineering for that land purchase. And Article 3 is fund the cost to repair roof leaks at the Freetown Elementary School. And that is it, right?
Yes.
3 articles.
Any questions or concerns?
Nope. No. Nope.
All right. So I don't think there's any vote needed obviously on agenda item 1, right? It's just a review.
Mm-hmm.
And then if we're not making any changes, I don't think there's anything for agenda item 2, which is discussion and vote if needed to pass over any articles on the special town meeting articles. Now, the finance committee, have they voted on this yet? Are they doing that right now? Whether they're gonna recommend or?
I
No,
think,
finance committee's already.
I was gonna say they've already.
Because I see it on here, I just want to make sure that if
Yeah,
that was,
they've
I didn't know if that
already
was, okay.
They might be doing other things, but
All right.
they've already voted on
So
it.
that takes care of agenda item 1 and 2. We're at record pace right now.
Yes.
Agenda item 3, discussion and vote whether to approve the addendum to the agreement between the town of Freetown and Luann Souza. And I don't have that in front of me.
This is the, this is what we talked about in executive session last
Yeah,
week.
I know we agreed upon all the terms of it.
Yeah.
Doing the stipend for
Yep.
the IT.
Yes. So this is just the actual agreement.
Okay.
Because she's a contract employee. We have to amend the contract, and so that's what this is, the
Perfect.
agreement.
Any questions or concerns?
Nope. No.
Okay, with that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the addendum to the agreement between the town of Freetown and Luann Souza.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, agenda item 4, discussion and vote whether to approve the agreement between the town of Freetown and Saltine Warrior Inc. For fiscal year 2026 roadway materials. This is what I want.
Supplying the highway salt and the highway salt treated with corrosion.
Yeah, I just want to get some numbers.
$76.89 per ton for untreated highway salt and $92.89 per ton for treated highway salt delivered.
You're the best, Luann. Beat me to it. I don't know if I can get on the internet here.
Well, you look for that. What a great name for a salt company.
I believe they're on the
Yeah.
state business. We did go out to bid with this, but they're also on the state.
Yeah, I mean, I like to just put it on the record, so if anyone, honestly don't know what the market value right now is for any of this stuff, so it doesn't really matter. But, all right. Any questions or concerns?
No.
Issues? Anything to discuss? All right, so with that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agreement between the town of Freetown and Saltine Warrior Inc. for fiscal year 2026 roadway materials.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Agenda item 5, discussion of vote whether to add VPN for 2-factor security in all personal and/or town-issued devices utilized to obtain email while outside the office.
We're gonna probably pass over this one tonight. We need to get some more information about how we're gonna implement this and how big of a deal it's gonna be. So
We don't I'm trying to think how I log in. We don't use the Authenticator app, like the Microsoft Authenticator app?
we use it on, like, if I'm VPNing on my laptop from home to work into the computer, to get right into my computer, we have 2-factor. But on my phone, I have the email. So this is like an email thing. I don't have to do 2-factor. I can get right into town email. So,
Yeah, that's true. So I guess I have the same thing.
So it's a way to protect the phone, your phone. When you go to get in your email from your phone, it would be 2-factor. There's just some confusion about how we're gonna do that and how much it's gonna cost, and originally we were led to believe it was gonna be inexpensive, and then the more we're digging in, you know what I mean? So we need to do some more homework.
Okay.
And we'll
Alright.
bring it back before you.
All right, so no issues on passing on 5 for now?
No. Thank you.
Okay. Joe, I don't need a motion to pass on 5, do I? All right, agenda item 6. Discussion and vote whether to declare the small Magic Chef fridge from the town administrator's office as surplus, as it's not working properly, it's sent to the transfer station, so your fridge broke.
Well, it works, it just has like no seal to it, so it sort of refrigerates the room.
Okay. Anyone have issues with that?
No.
No.
All right, so with that, I'll entertain a motion to declare the small Magic Chef fridge from the town administrator's office as surplus and send it to the transfer station.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. All right, now we'll kick it over to personnel.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. All right, item agenda 7 on Personnel Board. Acknowledge the resignation of Bridget Sharp as Local Finance Commonwealth Fellowship for the Town of Freetown, effective 7/23/2025. Thank you, Bridget. I know it was short, but thank you for your service. Item agenda 8, discussion and vote whether to approve the appointment of Melissa Frappier as Assistant Treasurer Collector, effective 8/5/2025 through 6/30/2025. As the board knows, and anybody listening, keeping track, we've been looking for a replacement for employees or add to that office down with Patty, especially as Lynette has retired.
I think we should have a misprint on the dates, right? It says to 2025. Should we 6/30/2026?
2026. Good call. Good call. So this is after many interviews. This is who we selected
Perfect.
as a board.
All right.
I entertain the motion to approve the appointment of Melissa Frappier as Assistant Treasurer Collector, effective 8/5/2025 through 6/30/2026.
I'll make that motion.
I will second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item agenda 9, discussion, vote whether to approve the annual appointment list of election workers in attachment A, effective 8/16/2025 through 8/15/2026. This is another one of those unsung hero awards. Go out to all the election workers we have here in town. The list is quite long, and we thank you for what you do for the town, helping Cheryl and the town clerk. I didn't see anything on that list that would warrant any denial or review or anything like that. So,
Yeah.
what are you guys thinking? Ready to go?
Yep.
All good.
Fantastic.
Good.
I entertain the motion to approve the annual appointment list of election workers in attachment A, effective 8/16/2025 through 8/15/2026.
I'll make that motion.
I will second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Thank you.
Well, I'm not sure that they're here to talk about property. I don't know if you want to entertain, even though there's no public input on our thing, or you just want to go straight into executive session.
Yeah, I mean, are you folks here for a particular agenda item?
Item on the agenda?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to go to executive session now. Just give you a heads up. So we kick everyone out of the room, and then we're going to be going to the town meeting, special town meeting after that. So just give you a heads up. What's up?
I think he has a concern is why he's here.
So we're not going to come back in open session. So I have a public input section here. So if you have something you want to talk about,
Yes.
we can do that right now.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Mr. Chairman, Matthews, thank you. Selectman Zager, Selectman Lopes, thank you very much for allowing me to address you guys tonight. I'm here, this is a very uncomfortable situation for my wife and myself, okay? The last thing that I wanted to do was cause whatever heartache in the area, to the town, whatever it is. My situation is mainly a zoning issue.
Real quick, just state your name for the record, just so because
Yep,
we
my
put it in
name
the
is
list.
Daniel Rigo.
Yep.
And I live at 18 Jordan Lane, and I'm here with my wife, Melissa Rigo, to address this concern.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. The issue here is an individual has a cease and desist order from operating a trucking business in front of my house, okay? The individual is now always parking on the street. So I did my homework and I called the building inspector. By the way, Carl Bizarro's been great. He did his due diligence, and then the last conversation we had, he said that it was a police matter. So I'm a little, unfamiliar with the way the town runs and so on and so forth. So I had a conversation with Miss Luann. I had a conversation with Ms. Petty over here, and I also had a conversation with Selectman Zager over my concerns of what's happening.
Okay.
I just want to say that my wife and I bought this land 13 years ago. These individuals were still in grammar school or middle school. And there were no houses there. I watched every single house go up. And we bought that land for our peace and quiet for the rest of our lives, okay? And these individuals already 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, have been doing things with no permits. The building inspector has looked into it. Nevertheless, it's all fallen by the wayside. We decided to build. We built my house, and mind you, I hope you can appreciate it, but we spent almost $1 million building our home. So these individuals decided to open up a trucking company and put it right across the street. All we're asking for is for the cease and desist order to be fulfilled. If he has a business and by his own admission, working in the garage, and he stated to the building inspector by his own admission that he was running a trucking business, the building inspector notified him to cease and desist. There was trash everywhere. They cleaned it all up. Our concern was that, how about the diesel fuel that we've been smelling? We can't even open up the front windows of the house with the truck out there. I have spoken to the health department, told them about the situation, and the health department said that they were going to look into it. I never heard back from them again. So I did my homework, and I have 18 years experience with zoning issues from my prior work. Okay, I did my due diligence, and I called to see if he had a license or a permit. None on record. So not only is he operating a business where he's not supposed to be, but he doesn't have a permit to operate a business, period. So I asked, and she said she emailed me a different business, which is the other individual that's running another business. He pulled a permit. Where is it? Well, I don't want to mention any names or whatnot for the good of things. So anyway, the other individual is running a business. And I'm like, no wonder, because I told the health department, look, there's 3 Bobcats, there's 2 excavators, there's dump trucks, there's pickup trucks, there's everything in and out of there every single day. When I looked at the permit said for administration only. And not only that, nothing on site. So we've been putting up with this for a while now.
Yep. So really, the issue here is the enforcement kind of side of
Absolutely.
this, is where you're right. Okay.
Absolutely.
And is it you said Jordan's Lane, right?
Jordan Lane, it's
So-
a cul-de-sac.
So is that like proprietor acres?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, that's where I grew up, so I'm very familiar with the area.
Good.
Yeah. So I don't know, Deb. Like,
Yeah, so we have done, I have spoken to Mr. Rigo.
I appreciate Rigo. I understand how frustrating this can be. So
I followed
Well,
up.
it's not frustrating, Mr. I'm sorry, I don't mean rude, but it's not. It's disheartening, and it's like, come on, we worked our lives off for this.
yeah, yeah, I get it.
I followed up with Carl Pizarro, and he said he issued the cease and desist, and that he has followed up, and that he doesn't see any business activity there. I also inquired with the police chief in terms of the inquiry that we had. If the trucks are parked on the street, is there any enforcement that we can take? And again, there really doesn't seem to be anything we can do about that. And there wasn't any phone calls to the police department, which you
Yeah,
had
there were.
indicated
I
that.
did call the police department, and they did come down. Two cruisers came down with 2 very great individuals. I have a lot of respect for the police department, coming from a father of 19 years on the police department.
So I mean, maybe that was after I inquired. 'Cause
I called them, and they said, give us a call, we'll come back, we'll talk to him. And after I looked at I think I looked at the bylaws correctly, he's only allowed to park there for an hour and no overnight,
Yeah,
from what
yeah,
I understand.
yeah.
However, I'm a CDL guy. I know what's going on here. I wasn't born yesterday, with all due respect. I have been in the construction business since I was 16. And you know something? I've done asphalt, superintendent of schools, I've done it all. I know what's going on here. I've checked the taxes, they're not paying business tax, all businesses. Something is wrong here. All I'm doing is asking for your help and understanding
Yep.
to enforce the zoning issues. That's it.
Yep.
And I hate I wish these people no ill will. I wish them all the blessings of God, to be honest with you. But what's happening here is not what we signed up for, not why we came to rest. I'm retired. I see it all day long. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, truck around the cul-de-sac. Well, and it's, like I said, I know what trucks sound like.
Yeah.
We come from Fall River where we know what the trucks sound like because the fire department was 3 blocks away for 20 years. We come here for our peace.
Yep.
And there's no respect, there's nothing going on.
Yep. I know.
Well, we'll follow up because,
Yeah.
like I said, this isn't really on the agenda, so I don't want to go too far in, but I will continue to follow up.
Yep. And we hear you loud and clear.
Thank
There's
you.
nothing we can do about it right this minute, but we all we can do is continue working this and make sure that the proper enforcement is taking place. So.
Okay, so when he comes again and parks in front of my house, do I have the right to call the police for enforcement of the bylaw?
I mean, that's a good question. I mean,
You can
Chief,
always call the police.
lucky for us, we have the police chief in the
In
room.
that specific area, there is no regulated parking enforcement there. So throughout town, if it's not restricted parking, as long as first responder vehicles can get by the vehicle, we allow the vehicle to stay in the roadway. Once it becomes a hazard, if it's a safety hazard, it's on a corner or it's blind or something like that, we step in for safety purposes. But in that general area, that's not happening there. So if he parks his truck on the side of the roadway, and we can get by it, a fire truck can get by it, an ambulance can get by it, we're not gonna enforce and remove that vehicle from the roadway. There is a bylaw violation of parking within a distance of an intersection, because I think it's pretty close to an intersection over there.
Yeah,
Correct.
well, yeah, it is.
So if he parks within 20 feet of the intersection, that could be considered a bylaw violation. Yes, we can cite for that. It's a $20 fine. And we would leave it there and put a ticket on it.
So, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah.
I'd just like to go through the chair. I don't know if I can address.
I'm not super strict
All right,
on the
so-
formalities.
All right, my concern, my wife's concern is the diesel that's in the air, is the contamination of well water, because everywhere is well water. And this individual did a good job covering up where he built the truck for 2 years. So when Carl went there and he saw what was going on, they spent 2 days clearing up the place. Okay? So, and this individual does not have a permit to operate a business.
Yeah.
So
No.
how can he park there if he doesn't have a permit to operate the business?
I understand what you're saying, and like this is something we struggle with frequently, right? It is the enforcement side of things of this nature, right? Because it's hard to prove. Like you know, you're seeing with your eyes, right? You know what's going on there, right?
Right.
But now when it comes to our side of it, right? If we enforce something and then we get sued by them, and if we don't do everything exactly right, or sometimes like it's a gray area, right? And that, like, those are the things we struggle with. Like, I can't have the chief go and impound their truck, right? Like, it gets messy, right? So, and a lot of these things, like the smell of diesel and things of that nature, like, I fully believe you're smelling it, right? But trying to prove that, right, without any kind of, like, you have to have data to back that up, right? It's just difficult things to enforce.
We'll put
Yeah,
this
I
on
mean,
another agenda.
Yeah, so I think that's what we'll have to do, just so we don't get ourselves in trouble with, I'm only supposed to talk about certain things that are on the agenda. So we'll get this on a different agenda, and we'll have you come back in and we can talk.
I
and-
appreciate
yeah.
you coming back in, I appreciate your attention. I think I read the bylaw where he's only allowed to be there an hour in a residential zone. I guess I'm wrong. I must have read it wrong.
I have to review it myself, to be honest with you, just to be clear on what you're talking about.
We-
so I'm not-
I would appreciate that, Chief. Could you look into that for me?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Well,
That's it.
we
Thank
can
you.
also get other people here, right?
Yeah,
Like
we'll have a
Carl
meeting, we'll
here,
bring
so
in-
then that way there's
Yeah.
people with us,
That's
that,
fine.
because we're, yeah.
That's fine. Well, I just want to be clear. Lastly, I just want to be clear. I don't want to seek the Attorney General's office helping us,
Yeah.
or call the Department of Environmental Protection, or even report him to DOT,
Mm-hmm.
because he's operating illegal.
Yeah.
So something's gonna happen. And I don't go away until it's right. So
Yep.
please, with all due respect and all the love and respect, thank you, Chief. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Have a good night.
All right, thank you.
I look forward to hearing from you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Very much.
Stick around, 7 o'clock, town meeting.
All
I
right.
did it for a very long time. I got nothing but respect for the three of you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, so next we're going to be going into executive session, and oh, sorry, I'm going to sign first. Thank you, Luann. What would I do without you? All right.
She's the glue that keeps us all together, that's for sure.
Very kind.
All right. Boom.
I don't know if I want to sign this one after I just said that.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. I'll remember that.
We have to read this one twice.
Yeah. It's a little tougher with the small desks.
Saltine Warrior.
It is a genius name.
It is.
Do you need this?
Hmm?
Do you need this?
Yes, they made me have it last time, so yes.
Oh, okay, you have a contract that says,
You gotta win this
Because
for
we
what
have to
that
have
we
all
have
the
to
pieces
sign
of
on that
paper.
paper, they say. But that fridge is junk.
That obviously was that much warmer now
Mhm.
without Deb's fridge.
It's a good thing she got the new windows and stuff.
they didn't discuss the step.
Want to put it on Monday?
Yeah.
Okay. Others. Now, you're good.
Thank you.
Well, they have it on the agenda to appoint her, but they're appointing her to hire stuff. And that wasn't all discussed. Should be.
Okay, all set?
Yes.
Okay, so next we will be going into an executive session and then not returning into open session and adjourning. We are going into executive session for the following two reasons. Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A3, to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining with the Freetown Police Association, because an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining position of the public body, and the chair so declares, and I do. And in addition to that, Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A7, to comply with or act under the authority of any general or special law or federal grant in aid requirements, specifically General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 22, for the purpose of reviewing executive session minutes for approval and determining whether such minutes shall be released in the matter of approval, not release executive session minutes from 7/21/2025. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session and then adjourn.
Motion made?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Selectman Lopes?
Yes.
Selectman Zager?
Yes.
Selectman Matthews?
Yes.